All right, guys, welcome to this week's episode of Adventures of Alacaraz.
Is my chair a lot higher than yours?
It might be. But before we continue having that conversation, because I do not want to forget, we are going to recap week 24 through week 25, which we are currently now approaching.
Tomorrow I'll be 25 weeks pregnant.
Very cool.
So crazy.
Yeah, I feel like a lot's happening for you. But one of the things that was a major highlight for us was the appointment we had at the Midwifery. We got to meet the doula.
Finally. We got to meet the midwife.
Sorry, the midwife.
Yes.
The midwife.
Which they have a couple midwives there.
Yeah.
And the way that it will work is depending on the day. And are you already yawning?
No, it's just burp.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Depending on the
acid reflux,
the day and the time and everything that I actually go into labor, it might not be that midwife that we met. So I think like in our appointments, we'll meet all of them at some point is how they do it. And so that way, if you come in to give birth, you've at least met whoever's going to be helping you deliver your baby a couple times.
Which is great.
So we got to finally meet with one of the midwives. Her name was Corey. And we took Knox with us.
The first time taking Knox because we could have taken him last week, but it was more of like general questions again before we met the midwife. And it was at Adventure this time taking little Knox, which was awesome. Yeah,
so, I mean, I only have something like maybe 6 or 7 appointments left. 6, depending on how I'm doing toward the end. But, and we thought we do want to have Knox present for the birth as long as it's not in the middle of the night or something. So that he can be there and see him like pretty soon after he comes out and everything. And I think that's really, really cool. But it could definitely be extremely traumatizing if he's never been to this place before. So it's a new place. There's like new people that are like touching me and I'm like screaming and like, I mean, he'll be able to sense that your tension is higher and everyone's like worried about me. And so the idea was we'll take him to, maybe not every single appointment, but a good number of the appointments leading up to it so that it's just like going over to someone's house that he's been to before.
Yeah.
And this place is set up really cool. It's much better for this type of situation than like a hospital would be. Because immediately when we got there, there's like the rocking horse and the like trunk full of toys and books. And like, it just looks like someone's living room / kitchen. And so he was like playing with toys right away. And then when they took us back into the room, it looks just like a bedroom. And so he was just playing with his little toys in the bedroom. And I
mean, to be honest, I kind of like this layout way more than the one in Irvine.
Well, why do you like it more?
I mean, it's just
a little more private.
It's bigger for starters.
There's more rooms.
So there's more room.
There's
like the waiting area is really nice and cozy. Like, cause it feels like a living room, and there's that kitchen that's very accessible, which almost takes you away far enough from what like the birds, because they have 3 different rooms and down a pretty longer hallway.
I think there's 4 rooms.
Yeah, so I do like the layout, and even the rooms are very spacious as is, with each one of them having a big bathroom and shower and everything. I do like this layout way more when it comes to bringing more people, as far as Knox and my mom, or your mom, depending if she's going to be, or your sister, whoever's going to be here during that.
Molly's going to come.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, she said she is?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, she's coming.
Yeah.
That's news to me.
Yeah, so I asked Molly if she would want to come because she was competing in the games when I had Knox.
Wow.
And then she has such a huge family that she didn't need me to be there for her birth. I mean, she has like 4 sisters and everything. But when I told her my mom wasn't coming and asked her if she wanted to come, she was pretty excited.
Well, actually, your mom might be able to come now.
Maybe.
Because of the difference. Because before, your sister-in-law, right, is pregnant around the same time as you. And
she's due a week after me.
A week after you. So it might be kind of interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
So I really would think it's nice for her to be here as well for that.
She'll be super jelly if she's not.
Yeah, and then she can just fly back, and then your sister comes in. Well, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. So Knox was just like playing with his toys, and when he would get bored of the room, it was so nice because your mom could just take him back up to the front where there was like more toys and things, because we were there for a while. But the funny part is, and this is when it like really solidified to me that I'm glad that we took him, was we talked to the midwife for a long time, and he didn't really pay attention to that at all, and he was just like a little bit shy or whatever. But then she said, can I can I check you? Like, can I feel your belly and measure your belly and, see how everything's doing? And I said, sure. And I laid on the bed and she talked to Knox. She was like, okay, I'm going to feel your mama's tummy now. I'm going to feel baby B's. I'm going to see how baby B's doing. And Knox was like, no. Like, as soon as she tried to put her hands on me. Like, I don't know if it was her mentioning baby B because Knox, talks to him a lot, or if it was like a stranger touching me. But that was the moment that I was like, this is really good for him to get used to them, like seeing them touch me and us all being okay with it. So yeah, that was good. That was really, because he was not having it at first.
Yeah, it was really nice too how she kind of spoke to him as a little adult and saying,
yeah,
like,
she
hey,
explained it to him.
I'm going to touch your mama really quick and feel baby, and then he just turned around and kept playing, like, and it was totally fine. So that was really nice to see that. And you're right. This goes to show how important it is for him to be around like that. So that was a really good experience for sure. It just feels comfortable. I mean, the fact that I wanted to take a nap on that bed while we were waiting, like, that's a sign. I was like, this is great.
Yeah, so that was really good. And I had another appointment this week. I went and got my teeth cleaned again, which is the second time during the pregnancy that I've done that. So when you're pregnant, and I don't think I knew this as much last time, and I definitely didn't take care of it as much last time, but you're susceptible to like sore gums and like gum recession and stuff like that during pregnancy. It's like a hormonal thing. So I got my teeth cleaned, and I'm going to do it one more time before so that I don't have to worry about it for 6 months after or whatever. But yeah, everything was good. It was funny because the girl who's been cleaning my teeth, she's been pregnant this whole time too, and it was her last day before her maternity leave. Which they have 4 months paid maternity leave here now.
Dang.
You don't get that if you own your own business. Yeah. But yeah, so that was nice. But it was just like I feel like it was a lot of appointments this week.
It was. We were just making a joke about, because we're doing some remodel to our home, and how you're like in this nesting phase.
Yeah, so I mean, we're going to have lots of stories on the podcasts coming up for the next few months, because starting on so it's Friday right now, not this Monday coming up, but the Monday after, we're starting a remodel of like our entire downstairs while I'm pregnant, and just like with the 4 dogs, and we have a toddler, and it's not exactly like nice weather outside right now where you can just be like, oh, put the dogs in the backyard and they're fine, because it's raining all the time and it's pretty cold. And yeah, but I was telling Molly earlier and like filming a little clip for the vlog that like this perfect storm of me having like that design background and that just like love for interior design, coupled with us remodeling the home and me having the like pregnancy nesting phase.
Yeah.
The list of stuff that I want to buy right now is so long. And especially when I'm like tired at night, I'm just like researching like the most random stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like I would say 60% of our downstairs is going to be unusable for the next like 2.5 months.
Absolutely. It will actually. Wow.
Yeah, we're not going to have a washer and dryer. For a little bit, we're not going to have a kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be rough.
But the good thing is we have different places to prep things and everything, so it's okay. It's going to be fine. It's going to be great. Knox going to hang out a lot at Nicole and Rachel's place.
Well, and just your mom's apartment.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. But, I mean, things are good. I know he's been moving a lot more. He's been you can start seeing him punch now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty cool.
Yeah. He, like, yesterday at the dentist, I don't know, like, if the high pitch, because I know that he can hear stuff now. Like, that's, like, on all the apps. It tells me, like, he can hear, like, loud noises, so don't be surprised if, like, I remember when I was pregnant with Knox, when we would go to the movies. Yeah. He was always, like, crazy in the movies. Yeah. But the dentist's office, he was going wild the whole time. Like, it actually made the dentist's appointment, like, enjoyable, because I just was, like, laying on my back and had my hands on my belly. Mm-hmm. And he was just going for it the whole time. And it was, like, kind of, like, distracting and nice. And then last night when I was, like, trying to put Knox back to sleep because he wakes up, I don't know how he was like kicking me, but it was like all the way over here on my side, and I started laughing because it was tickling me.
Oh my gosh.
And like I think I woke Knox up because I was laughing. I was like, okay.
Wow.
But it's pretty constant. It was that way when I was even getting my hair done earlier today.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Though, fitness has been going good. I mean, I've been tired, but
Yeah, we got a new bike erg,
yeah.
which is really nice.
I only used it once.
I used it once, but it was, good for you.
Yeah,
this
I added
journey
in
and
some squatting.
Yeah, you did. You started squatting.
Because I was scrolling back on my Instagram from last time I was pregnant and noticed that I was, because I'm going so much lighter and slower in the workouts, I noticed that I was still squatting. I found like 2 videos, so I don't know how often I was doing it. I don't remember at all. But I was like, I could probably squat. And I talked to Carolina, who's the Birth Fit director and the Street Parking Moms coach, and she was like, yeah, that's fantastic. As long as it's not so heavy that you really have to brace.
Right.
And as long as you're not like rocketing to the bottom and bottoming out at the bottom, like it's got to be controlled a lot more than if you were like really going for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's felt kind of nice. And I feel like maybe I'll be able to maintain a little bit more muscle mass that way, since everything else has to be like slower and lighter for the workouts.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I don't really have major updates on my end. I know that, it's just becoming more real as we can, like, the more I can see him now. These are the stages where, for the dad, I feel like you have become more aware that now, okay, there's a person moving in there. It's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool part of it. And then we're having moments where we're wondering how both him and Knox are going to act with each other. Because of where Knox's personality is at the moment. It's just going to be very interesting to see.
Well, even yesterday, like we were meeting with the people who are going to be doing our remodel, and Knox came home with your mom, and we couldn't pay attention to him right away, which normally is when he comes home or when we come home, it's like, oh, like, And so we said hi to him, of course, but then we were like doing this meeting, and he hit Midgie, our dog, with one of his toys, and then he picked up another toy and like threw it, and then like got this, like, I've never even seen him do this before, but got like this pouty, like sad, it was acting for sure.
Oh yeah.
It was like this like pouty, like sad, like just staring at us because we weren't paying attention to him. And I was just like, that's what's gonna happen when we're paying attention to the new baby. He's gonna start throwing stuff or like doing whatever he needs to do to get us to pay attention to him. He's like practicing right now.
Yeah.
He's so silly.
It's very silly.
Yeah.
But I know also this week you've been like adding more, which is really cool, stuff into like fun homeschool activities for Knox.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's another thing that I've been like researching when I can't sleep or whatever. And I've been listening to a book called The Call of the Wild and Free, I think is what it's called, about homeschool. And I got A Year of Playing Skillfully is like the book that I got with just ideas. A lot of the ideas are still for kids that are older than him. But yeah, just getting some more like fun, like play, but also learning through play, like activities for him.
Yeah.
And they don't take a long time. Like even if he only plays with it for 5 minutes,
that's great.
It's not like a big like setup or anything like that.
Simple.
Yeah.
That's been really fun, actually. That's good. Well, I mean, I think that's all the updates we had this week.
Yep. It's going to get real wild once that remodel starts.
Yeah. I know one of the things that we also brought up this week, we had a sit-down conversation about how important it was for me to get you, 1, to sleep, and 2, to take one more final, like, relaxing getaway, couple nights close spa weekend.
Oh, yeah, you're trying to get me to go to the spa with my girlfriends.
Not trying, but I'm going to make you get away with the spa with your girlfriend. A girlfriend, not girlfriends.
I didn't know if it was 2.
Oh, you want 2? Oh, noted, Salvi. Noted.
Well, I was going to invite 2.
Okay.
If one of them can't come, then that's okay.
Okay. Noted.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jen and Molly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, of course. But I think it's so important just because one of the things I was bringing up, we're taking a trip to Disneyland in February, one for multiple reasons. One, the main one is it's our 2-year wedding anniversary, which is exciting 2, it is our last trip as a family, just with me, you, and Knox. And then 3, we get to have my brother come up with his daughters and see Knox, which is actually kind of cool as well. So there's multiple exciting things about it. But then like things start ramping up in like March and then April. We don't really like to travel, and it's like, hey, that's like due date month. So having a moment to get away from the chaos, even me, like, is very important for you, just because when is your time for reflection? Where I've been taking trips to go see like my dad, and they're like 12-hour trips.
A little bit longer.
Well, I mean, a little bit longer, but like
18 hours.
Yeah, and how refreshing even those little getaways are. Because one, you just get to have like an uninterrupted sleep, and you get to connect and just have time for reflection. And for you, how one, just like, even if we didn't have Knox at the house and we had a night of like, then we have to deal with the 4 dogs that we have. And then even if we didn't have dogs, even just time with me, it's not alone time, and seeing how important alone time is, like really pushing you to have that, which is, I think, is very important for a lot of pregnant women.
Yeah.
You know, having that time to reflect and just get away from a lot of the chaos if given the opportunity. So,
yeah. And then, I mean, our house isn't even going to be relaxing anymore.
No, it's not.
No.
So,
I mean, not that it really is now.
It's not, but it's going to be even more like chaotic.
Yeah. We're all going to be jammed into a much smaller space.
Ugh. But yeah, it's got to happen. So, all right, guys, that's it. Thank you for listening for this week's episode of Adventures of Alacaraz. We'll keep you guys posted next week.